Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
differences between living in the US versus the UK.
In the UK, we do not have AC. Don't know anyone in the States that has this. If you had this in the States, I would think you're super fancy.
The aircon, I think even if we had it like in my house in the UK, we would never use it.
Oh, yeah, UK,
You
it's
don't need
colder
it?
climate. I was maybe never is a little exaggeration, but maybe like what, a month or two in a year,
the one thing for me is one time I turned on the heater and I thought the place was going to go on fire.
Hello. Hi, I'm Lauren from the UK.
Hi, I'm Callie from the USA.
We have fences.
Not everyone in the States has a fence.
That's how attic rights.
Sometimes. Not everyone, but some people do. They have the pull down thing with the ladder.
Right. Some houses just don't have them.
Really?
Yeah.
What if when the weather is bad?
The car just gets wet. Or,
People in the States, you almost always have a garage. Some people have 2 or 3 car garages, and it's crazy. People will also turn that into a fun space. Sometimes my family, they have a nice garage, like a 2-car garage. They do park their car in there in the winter, but they also have room for a dartboard and a little bar. They keep it heated so we can go out there and party a bit.
Do you guys have conservatories?
Conservatory. What is that? That sounds like, is that like
Okay.
You had that in Lithuania.
Conservatives, I think this is like a
Yeah.
sunroom, no?
I was thinking where you put the plants.
I thought conservatory would be like a, well, let's see.
It's like a greenhouse, but it's in your house.
Okay.
So it's like usually attached to the living room, and it's like a greenhouse.
So it's a sunroom, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a sunroom.
sunrooms.
Yes, it's a sunroom.
House, but usually people will use it as a place to just kind of sit.
That's on people's houses.
Yeah, it's a sunroom.
Yeah, this is
It's a
pretty.
sunroom,
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Whoa, is that common?
So this is super common actually.
Woo! I don't know anyone in the States that has this. I feel like if you have
They
this in the
do
States, I would think
in
it's
the
super
South. I
Yeah,
feel like it's a South thing.
it exists, but it's not like super common, I wouldn't say.
fancy.
Really? Most people just use it as like a place to sit and gather. It's so cold in the UK.
It's kind of nice though when you think about it. You get to enjoy like the sun, but you don't enjoy the weather. You like the sight, I guess, without
Yeah.
actually being outside if it's
Fine.
cold.
And this actually is like warm.
Okay.
So in the summer people will sit, and it's also like connected to the garden. So it would also maybe be the way to the garden.
Also, if it rains, you don't have to you can be kind of. It's just a nice
In
time.
most houses.
They stop house difference between the US and the UK. Just the house differences? I thought it was the difference between living. Oh.
I guess this house living.
So in the UK, the average house size is 900 square feet.
I'm trying to envision like how big that would be.
It's not huge, but it's not, you know.
That's small for a house. 900 square feet.
They do condos the size, 900.
Yeah,
And that's a large condo.
900? It's not a large apartment.
The ones that they just built that they call small is 925 square foot.
Right, yeah, but it's.
But if they consider that a house and the house is big, this is considered like a condo, but this condo is like a smallish condo, but not the smallest condo.
Right,
you
no,
can
it's not a
have.
small. But no, they're not saying it's a big house. They're saying it's average. That's the average.
Oh, average?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tiny, tiny.
In the US, the average is 1,600 square feet.
Wow.
I wish they gave more of a range of the average, like, because I mean, here we can have as little as possible. Like in New York, they have really small living spaces,
Yeah.
or large living spaces.
But they're talking about houses, not apartments.
Well, I don't know. You can make a really tiny house. They have tiny houses.
It's a tiny
here.
house. Yeah, that's a tiny house.
Oh,
Yeah.
1.5 times. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I think, like you said before, we just have so much land. It's typical to have larger houses in the States.
And like, yeah, I feel like if you envision Texas and all of that land and those gigantic houses, which are so cheap,
Yeah.
in my opinion, like, wow.
I think the Texas houses are just like another level.
From before, like the semi-detached and the terrace houses would have a living room, a kitchen, 2 or 3 bedrooms, and a bathroom, and maybe a downstairs toilet.
I mean, that's cool, but that's like a big ass AC built to, cool all that space.
I'm thinking back to my university house, yeah. And then like the detached houses can have 3 or 4 bedrooms, maybe like 1 or 2 bathrooms, obviously like a larger living room and kitchen. So I don't even know how many rooms that is.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think it's a little bit similar in the States, maybe 3 or 4 bedrooms even, a large living room. Sometimes we have a kitchen and a separate dining room. Do you have that in the UK sometimes?
Yeah, it just depends on the size of the house, honestly.
It varies probably a lot. Same in the States, but I would say it's quite common to have a separate kitchen and a dining room, some kind of utility room where you do your laundry, and then maybe 2 bathrooms, I would say is common. Nowadays, most people have at least 2.
Yeah, we saw the bathrooms thing. It seems, like, because I think here is the law, like, you need to have as many bathrooms, or at least toilets. It doesn't have to be a full bath, it can be half a bath, as there's bedrooms. So that's, UK is usually 1.
Yeah, some places might still have 1. I think 2 is quite common. Yeah, maybe 1 at least with a 1.5 baths.
Yeah,
we say like 1.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 with the bathtub, 1 where it's just like the toilet.
We call it a downstairs toilet. In the UK, we do not have AC. It does not get hot enough, like especially not where I live up in the north. It is not hot. I know when we had the heat wave, I was dying.
Yeah.
And
What's considered a heat
was in
wave?
An accident.
I wonder.
Maybe like 80s. 80s would be hot, I think. In Europe,
Thick room back then in my student days, I was boiling to death. I had a tiny window. Usually we would just open the window to get a breeze. Or if there's no breeze, we have fans, just like the standing kind of fan, and that's it. We just melt, I guess.
How long would that last? If you have like some heat wave?
The heat wave would be like 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay.
And growing up, there was never a heat wave really. It's just like over the past few years.
Is it common at all in Europe, do you know? I went to like Sweden and Norway and Finland, and I was shocked by that too, because we went in the middle of summer and we were hot. Even though it's not known for having hot weather, even in public places sometimes, like public transportation, on the subway, we had all of our luggage and we were just like sweating.
They don't have it on the London Underground. Usually we just open the kind of like window that connects the carts, and then the breeze from the train kind of like is what cools people down.
Just in Europe it's not a thing, and also you see the energy crisis too. So AC uses a lot of electricity, so that it's not needed. Like, it's a luxury, right? I guess if you got money you can have it. But for regular folks, it's kind of luxury.
Doesn't really exist.
Really?
Yeah, so I think like European people just kind of try.
I would think maybe, like in Italy, Greece, Spain, Portugal, those countries may be more common because the weather is hotter. But like in Northern Europe, you don't need it.
To deal with the heat if it is hot.
In the US, I think a lot of people would have in AC. A lot of times they'll just have the unit that you put in the window kind of thing. We also use fans. Every household is different, but I'm sure even in the more southern states, it's even more common. We also have the ceiling fans.
Yeah, those things freak me out. I'm like, they're gonna fall on my head and crush me.
Yeah, those are kind of scary, but they do help keep the house ventilated, so that's nice. We'll have the ceiling fans, sometimes some standing fans, and then also the AC.
The ceiling fan is nice. When I first came, and we never had ceiling fan, it's kind of cool. Ventilate the air a little bit. I like the ceiling fan.
I like a place with a ceiling fan as opposed to out.
Yeah, a nice ceiling fan is nice. I will say that.
Got the bases covered.
Must be nice.
Like if I can't have an AC, at least I'd install a ceiling fan, just because it also kind of cools you down a little bit, but it also just visually looks nice. I feel like, and it's a little lamp also, so it's kind of cool.
Welcome to a vacation that's so much more with Norwegian Cruise Line. Tear it up in Jamaica one day. Oh.
The washing machine in the UK, it usually looks like the one on the right. Yeah, they're not usually together. If we even do have a dryer, I think it's not too common to have a dryer in the UK. I may just be talking from personal experience, but we don't have a dryer at home, like a tumble. We call it a tumble dryer.
Okay.
Mainly for like environmental reasons, and we don't use it. We just hang up our washing on the clothing, like the washing line.
Yeah.
Or we have like one of those kind of looks like a spider's web, like this kind of shape, and then we just hang it and it spins in the breeze,
like out in your garden or something. Okay.
Because the tumble dryers they're expensive in the UK as well. My uni house had a 2-in-1, but the dryer was not good at all, so I didn't use it.
Okay. Do you ever hang your stuff inside?
It does kind of tumble, the clothes, and then it moves. Especially the older ones. The older ones, they do move a lot. So it makes sense.
Okay, I would use like a clothing, like a clothes horse sometimes. Obviously, if it rains a lot.
Yeah. It's like a high tech, like
it doesn't stay by itself. It's just like in the wind.
I wonder if the clothes would dry inside of a house, because here it dries inside because we have AC. AC keeps the air dry, so it dries out. I wonder if if in Europe,
Unless they don't have the heater on and it's just cold and that. I don't know.
Because now I'm thinking, we did hang our clothes inside the house though. Because we didn't have a dry. We did hang it inside the house. The only thing is like we would have a heat like radiator, so like sometimes we just put it on the radiator, like if it's in the winter time, so that heat kind of also dries it.
That's good. These dryers, I'm kind of jealous.
I do kind of love the dryers. I know they're bad for the environment, like you said, but there's something about putting your blankets or your sweaters and your socks in the dryer and like, oh, it's so cozy in the winter time. It's very common in the US. Most people have a washer and a dryer.
Yeah, it must be nice.
I don't have the patience maybe to hang
it is quite. If it suddenly starts to rain, which it loves to do in the UK, you have to run outside and then collect everything. Yeah, it's annoying. So the plug sockets in the UK are the three-pronged, is it called a prong? I don't know. A three-pronged socket, usually like 230 volts.
Okay.
I am pretty sure majority, if not all of them, have a switch, like to actually turn on the plug.
What?
Yeah, so they're not just like open, they have an actual switch.
That's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind having that.
And it's safe, I think, too.
Yeah, it's for safety use. I think that's pretty cool. Just to turn it off. Yeah, that's cool.
Every outlet, I'm like,
maybe it saves energy that way too.
I think it probably does. I don't remember like vividly noticing it there when I was there, but
thinking, and I'm pretty sure all of them did.
That's so convenient. I love that. Yeah, we have a three-prong also, but you can tell it's a different kind. I've never seen anybody with the switch.
And also, is it always like two outlets in one?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen just a single one like that. It's always the double, and it's always.
Have you seen a single outlet?
I feel like I have.
I want to say I have too, but I don't. Like I'm trying to.
I feel like maybe like in businesses.
Yeah, I feel like they do exist. I don't want to outrule it. I think in houses mostly two, but I feel like in Lithuania too in houses it's two. So
I think I've seen 4.
Yeah. I think it's just for preference reasons.
Vertical? Yeah, we have like.
The only thing is UK's plugs they're bigger, thicker, so maybe it's harder to put two next to one because our three-prong. But first of all, we do have 3 prongs, but oftentimes it's just 2.
Yeah, mostly.
It's just 2. Not always is 3. So it's small outlets. No, in UK those are thick.
The one, or if you have 2, they're usually side by side like this, rather than like this.
Okay.
Most people just use extension cables. Yeah. 2 was interesting.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of differences like in the house.
I know. A lot of things I didn't think about. I guess the switch one was kind of. I really like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, the switch one was news to me. The rest of the stuff, we kind of seen, but the switch, I didn't recall it like that. But that's a pretty cool idea.
I know that sometimes you even have to press like a button, like for a hairdryer. You plug it in, but you also then have to press another button.
Yes, I think in the kitchen and in the bathrooms we have like there's 2 buttons like reset and off.
Yeah.
We do have those. I think those are for safety reasons. If like if washing some water doesn't fall, you kind of. I think that's what it's for.
I
so
never used it before.
yeah, so we do have those, but in like a bedroom there's no switch. Yeah, but not the video. What I thought it would. I thought it would be more like about life, not about the house. It should just say the difference between housing and not living. But okay.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.